Hola, hola, and welcome, welcome. Welcome to Tech and Tequila, the podcast where tech innovation meets life's boldest adventures. I'm your host, Kat Lopez-Shelby, also known as your go-to techie chica, trusted tech advisor, digital nomad, and tequila enthusiast. So whether you're here for the latest in tech trends, insights from industry leaders, or just a good story with a splash of tequila, you are in the right place. Each week, we dive into game-changing strategies, inspiring journeys, and a little tech to help you entrepreneurs, creators, and curious minds thrive in our fast-paced digital world. Oh, and did I mention we're all serving it up with a side of your favorite tequila because life is too short to not celebrate every win. So grab your glass, power up, and join the conversation. This is Tech and Tequila, where the future meets the spirit of adventure. Salud. So this is the last episode in which we are going to give some examples for dry January. I know that we are already in February. We are in the month of love. That's why I have my little cup right here. But because we wanted to finish out, I thought that we would have some mixer today. So before we get too in depth, we will go over this right here, which is the last for dry January. And this is the Matchatini from Kin Euphorics. So if you've never heard of Kin Euphorics, I definitely say give them a try. This particular one is a non-alcoholic blend that is supposed to invigorate the mind and spark desire without a drop of alcohol. So I'm going to open this bad boy up here in a minute, but just to give you an idea, this is meant to have a rich, creamy matcha type taste, softened with vanilla and a hint of maple, just to give you an idea. If you have never heard of Kin Euphorics, I'm going to give you a little background on it. So the company was co-founded by Jen Batchelor and Bella Hadid. They are pioneering a new category of non-alcoholic functional beverage designed to enhance mood and the social experience. And in case you haven't heard of adaptogens, I highly recommend looking them up. These are one of their mixers, but all of them have functional ingredients. So they are infused with adaptogens, nootropics like maca to stir your inner fire, maitake to bring balance, and ashwagandha to soothe stress, which I think we could all use a little bit of that. I went over the flavor profile earlier, but just to let you know again, of course, this one is meant to be matcha softened by vanilla with just the littlest amount of maple, offering a little refined sweetness with a delicate tart finish. And you can find Matchatini and some of the other Kin Euphorics mixers either on their website or at select retailers like Sprouts and Whole Foods. So I'm going to take my mixer here, which, because we don't want to put out that I've had this bad boy since Christmas. It's got a snowman on it. And put this in here and give it a little taste. Just think of it as like you're mixing a tonic with something. And then because I forgot my measuring, we're just gonna shake this up, give it a little shake, and just put a little bit in. Like I said, this is really meant as a mixer. I would not recommend taking shots of this. I've tried it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Mix it in. So here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers and salute. So this is really good. Just to let you know, the nice thing about this is that it gives you that perfect hint of matcha with not being overwhelming. So as always, if you decide to try one of these drinks or try the particular tequila, I would love to hear your thoughts. Tag me on Instagram or send me a DM. So this will be the last for dry January, and next week we will be back to enjoying tequila. I know you're looking here and wondering, so we have the wonderful Celest Labrie on here, and I am super excited to have her. So let us go into and chat. So that is, first and foremost, welcome back, Miss Celeste, because I could not be happier having you here. You are my first three-peat guest on here, and why don't you tell everyone why you're joining us on here today?
Well, I did not know that, so yay. I've loved to support you, a friend and a colleague of the industry for a long time, and thank you so much for having me. I came on really, and I'm excited. I am the new RVP of Partner Sales. I'll be supporting Avant and Bridgepoint for Dialpad. I thought this would be a great forum to get in and get y'all excited about why I'm excited about these products.
Yes. Super excited to have you here. If you have not heard of Dialpad, the reason that, number one, I wanted to have Celeste back on because she got this new position over there, but also because Dialpad is really revolutionizing the communications with their AI powered everything, I would say almost. So if you're looking to streamline your communication, boost team productivity, and enhance customer engagement, this is for you. So if you don't know, Dialpad is a unified communications as a service or hosted phone provider. And they have a ton of AI driven solutions to optimize collaborations and customer interactions. But before I go in and just say how much I love Dialpad, I wanted to get your take on it, Celeste. So, what are some of Dialpad's solutions and benefits?
You're absolutely right, Kat. Just to reiterate what you said, AI comes built into almost all the, or not into almost, into all the products that we offer. And you mentioned our UCaaS platform, which is our Dialpad Connect. Something that makes us different, right? Yes, we offer the same that you probably see a lot of our competitors: unlimited calling, SMS, MMS, and Teams messaging. But what makes us different is that we have our AI built into all of our platforms. So what does that look like? That looks like voicemail transcription, but it's in real time. So while let's take a call, we're getting a call, we miss it, we don't answer. As they're leaving a message, we know right away whether or not we want to pick it up because we see that voicemail coming in. Right. What makes me really excited about is our actionable recall insights. Right. So you're on a customer call. You and I are chatting about a customer, and I want to make sure that I remember what you talk about instead of taking manual notes and trying to focus on you and not be rude. All I have to do is say, oh, you remember I was talking to Kat about that non-tequila tequila matcha drink or whatever. And I would go back in and I could search matcha, and it would pull up every single time that we mentioned it or how we talked about it, which it's really saving our customers time and making them more productive and more engaged, which at the end of the day, that's what I feel like everyone is looking for. So on top of that, I think that when you're looking at our basic platform, it's all across the board. You don't have to open up separate apps. If we're discussing something that I don't feel like I have all the answers to, and I want to hit up a team member, or if I need some kind of management to come in, or I want to message or research something real quick, I can do that all within the platform, never having to leave the call or the meeting to be able to talk to you about that. So I think that sometimes when we're presenting just basic UCaaS, that partners, when they're pitching it to their customers, they think that simple means that it's not capable. And Dialpad is changing all of that, right? Because it is so simple, but it is going to make your business so efficient in the way you work. And that just brings about tangible value and ROI that you can actually see.
I think you hit the magic word right there, and that's ROI, return on investment. And a lot of times when people look at, okay, I want to get this new phone system, or I want to get whatever it is new, that ROI always comes into mind. And, one of the things that you and I talked about is the fact that I absolutely love Dialpad meetings and have for since I was introduced to Dialpad, because before other meeting companies, buyers had it, Dialpad had, AI summaries at the end of every meeting. And, what you were talking about, having the capability to go in and search and be like, okay, did we talk about this? Did we cover this? And, there's so many different uses for that within, Dialpad and within your business. what do you think or what do you see as one of the key differentiators that as soon as people hear it, they're like, oh man, that's the one I was looking for?
I think here we get like into some more of our products, right? We also have like a CCaaS offering. And like I said, you can build in AI into all of our products. That's what makes it different and makes us stand out, is that you can add, the scalability is easy. You can add on these products, and it's all within a click of the button. Of course, you can also use whoever's supporting you to help you do that. But what makes it different is these AI capabilities. If you're talking about ROI for your customers, you want to talk about like, how can I make them better, right? And our superpower is our three-prong AI offering, right? We have AI CSAT, we have AI playbooks, and we have AI scorecards, right? So think about it. You're in a contact center setting, you're having a phone call, and you're trying to figure out why your organization as a whole isn't really producing the way you want to. So let's first look at the customers. At the end of every call, you send out a survey, right? How many people actually take a survey? You've gotten them, I'm sure. I've gotten them. And then what do we get on the survey, right? You're either getting a 1 because it was something you were super not happy about, or you were 5 because someone went above and beyond. That's not really giving the organization a scale on how they can improve, right? So Dialpad comes in and we have these AI insights, which does sentiments for every single call. So it's automatically going to be categorized like, hey, this was a good call. Hey, this was a bad call. It's going to have where you can program in with playbooks certain things that they need to hit. And it will check off as you're speaking what you need to hit, right? Your scorecard, you're going to know whether or not your agents are hitting everything that they needed to hit or transferring, and how the customer actually felt about that engagement. So now you're getting real-time feedback. It's saving time, and you can spend your time with your employees that maybe got below an 80% and they need coaching on this, and maybe just give a smaller coaching to the people who are above 80%. I mean, the beauty of Dialpad is that this is all in the platform. It's all happening real time. And without you even thinking about it, you're enhancing your entire workforce because it's happening for you. You can go back and see it, review it, and then aim at the specific spots that you need to. So productivity goes through the roof. And also your employees, they become more empowered. They become better. You're coaching them as you go rather than watching minute videos or just going after them about the things they do wrong. Now you can talk to them about all the things that they're doing right.
No, I love that. And as we were prepping for today's podcast, one of the things that I thought I really wanted to make sure that we brought up and talked about was even utilizing this. Like, obviously Dialpad has an app that, you can have on your cell phone so that, every call is on there. But like along the same line is, let's say that you have a particular push, right? And you want to make sure that every single one of your salespeople, when they're calling or they're outgoing, they're making sure that they hit on this. Is you can easily go back in and search and see, okay, so, and we'll just use John. John said this so many times, and you can see calls where they didn't say it or they did say it and how many times, to make sure, well, let's say John is hitting his numbers. Like, there's a way to say, all right, we have the percentages on this. Like, if you talk about it this many times, it goes. And the opposite of that is, if you notice that somebody is not per se having success with a particular product offering or a particular thing that you're at this time want to promote, you can look at that and see and go over that.
Yeah. And,
That's definitely
your administrators can program that in. I mean, there becomes all kinds of use cases that we've seen with customers where, say, people are calling into a wrong number, right? But that is another business that they own, right? You can program that in so that when your agent answers the phone and they're saying, hey, I want to talk to ABC company, instead of your agent who may be new or doesn't remember, instead of they say, oh, hey, you got the wrong number and you hang up, right? It's going to automatically prompt you, hey, thank you for reaching. Actually, this has been moved to this number. And another subset of that I love, and I can just go on and on about this, is that how many times have you made a phone call into a company, you get disconnected, or say you're calling back the next day to reference a call that you had? Dialpad recognizes that number that comes up, and automatically on your screen, it's going to pop up the conversations that you've had and what you've discussed. So you're not starting from zero. And all of us know, I'll talk about a certain one that you've talked to, and you're like, hi, I just called, or I was on hold for 30 minutes and I talked to this one agent about such and such and such. And it's this never ending cycle of repeating yourself. And Dialpad eliminates the need for all of that. And it also gives some sort of humanization, right, to the customer who doesn't just feel they're like, oh, they know me. Oh, they know what I'm thinking about. Oh my gosh, I love this. And now you're retaining customers, and the value just goes on and on and on.
Exactly, because what you're doing is you're improving that customer experience with them, and you're allowing them through the different, whether they want to call you on the phone or they want to be able to chat or message, you're allowing them to do that. And keeping a record of that is easily searchable and easy to pull up, because there's nothing more annoying than telling 8 people the exact same story and getting passed around. We will not speak of who this is, but there is a particular company I deal with on a regular basis. And I kid you not, it's like over here, over here, over here, over here. And nobody knows what's going on. And you're like, this is awful, So definitely.
So why don't we take a minute, and Kat, I will let you introduce how I kind of want to show this all in action for Dialpad so that you can see it.
Absolutely, because I think nothing explains this better than this short video that talks about actually one of your customers and how much Dialpad has helped. And that client is NTG. So you're going to hear it's about 2.5 minutes from Mallory Von Rom.
Before Dialpad, it was chaos. It was disparate tools, lack of connectivity, lack of visibility, no process around voice. Dialpad's immediate out-of-the-box focus on AI doesn't exist in other products. It is truly an AI native tool, not something that was slapped on as an afterthought. My name is Mallory Von Rohn. I'm the Vice President of Technology Operations. I work for Nolan Transportation Group and Transportation Insight. We are a third-party freight broker and a transportation management provider. Our company has grown through M&A, and before Dialpad, at this time last year, we had 7 different voice tools in play. We had significant administrative and overhead expense managing these systems. We had no centralized reporting or visibility into our call metrics. I found Dialpad on a Google search, so I was looking for products in the voice space that were cloud-based that could eliminate on-prem infrastructure, and stumbled upon Dialpad. We reviewed a couple competitors and kept coming back to it, and I fell in love with the product. So with finding Dialpad, we were able to centralize and streamline all of that. And within 4 months of purchase, we migrated 2,000 users over to the system. We hired 130 new sales reps in January. With Dialpad's AI, it afforded managers the ability to stay close to their business. This provides real-time feedback to our new reps. Sales playlists are created and shared amongst the trainees to better hone in on call quality. With live call dashboards, leadership can easily see what their team is up to, even in a remote environment, and step in where needed. I absolutely cannot live without live call sentiment. When you manage call center environments with significant call volumes, it's great to get a snapshot as where you as a leader need to direct your immediate attention. With Dialpad Call Analytics, we're able to find inefficiencies in our sales organization and help us improve productivity, and result finding more revenue. Data has never been stronger. Our sales groups use Dialpad today through a Salesforce integration, preventing them from swivel chairing between applications and focusing on selling. Our AI recaps are loaded into ServiceNow, so we have reference back from problem records and outages to figure out what we did to fix them. We're also tapping into the API suite to further integrate Dialpad to ServiceNow and our proprietary transportation management systems. Using Dialpad's AI Sales Center has improved the way we engage with our customers. These AI-powered features streamline our sales processes, allowing us to focus on building better relationships and closing deals. It's a game changer for our sales teams.
So I hope you all got to enjoy that information, because there's nothing like hearing from an actual customer about how much that Dialpad has helped them, especially with all the M&A. And there is no better company to talk about that than NTG, a third-party freight company. And of course, hearing it from Mallory Von Rom. Now, give us a second. We're going to take a break for our sponsor, and we'll be right back with some more information from Miss Celeste. So for all you wanderlust warriors and tech-savvy trailblazers, are you dreaming of a life where you can work from anywhere, sip margaritas on a beach, or explore hidden gems in bustling cities, all while keeping your business thriving? Let me introduce you to #YourDigitalBliss, the ultimate toolkit for female entrepreneurs who want to embrace the digital nomad lifestyle with ease. And of course, why would I be promoting this? Well, because it was created by yours truly and Dr. Jenna W. Clack. This course isn't just about setting up tech. It's about creating freedom, whether you're battling ADHD distractions, managing your social media, or planning how to stay cyber safe on the go. #YourDigitalBliss has you covered. So you may be wondering, so what do I get with this? Well, you'll get a step-by-step guide to setting up your tech stack, insider tips on securing your business data, the most importantly, budgeting tools for travel expenses, because guess what? You do not have to be a millionaire if you want to travel the world as a digital nomad, and hacks to find dreamy accommodations. So my favorite thing, of course, is the customizable digital nomad packing list and travel planner. In case you don't know, check on my LinkedIn page. You'll see that I can pack for a whole week in 2 backpacks. But what's even better is currently we have a launch special. So it's only $111 right now. And if you use the code Tech and Tequila, you will get 20% off. Keep in mind that that price will increase after Valentine's Day. Don't forget, you can always follow on Instagram at @your_digital_bliss. So let's start your journey today. Thank you for taking our break. And thank you, Celeste, of course, for coming back from the break. So Celeste, we just looked at that video. We just got some information. What else do you want to add to that?
So I feel like there's a big disconnect in technology today, where people are just kind of afraid that everything's automated. It's kind of annoying, for lack of a better word, that you have to do that. And what I love about the Dialpad platform is that we're not replacing people. And I think that is really going to take. What we're doing is empowering people and giving them more tools to be effective and to be efficient. So your business is growing and your customers are happy. And I really want to focus on that, because I feel like that is displaced in our industry right now.
No, absolutely. And I think one of the big game changers for Dialpad, is talking about that. It's about the customer service. It's about making it work for you within. What do you feel like, besides AI, is a huge game changer that Dialpad brings to the table?
I mean, it's all ours, right? We own everything. So think about it when you're using our AI, in some of our AI features, and you're thinking like ChatGPT, right? We're not outsourcing that information, right? So Dialpad took 7 million minutes of straight business analytics to create that form, right? So it's secure, it's all within us, and it's tailored to just your business specific searches and what you're looking for. Okay. And everything's in-house. That's what makes us absolutely different. And that AI is included in every offering that we have. Right. So this is just creating seamless transitions, whether you want to dip your toe in and start with UCaaS, and then you find your company growing and you want to scale. Maybe you have a need for a contact center, or even just coaching programs that you can add on just one-on-one. You don't find this kind of flexibility within our industry. Right. So those are the things that I love. And I think that really make us different. Right.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that you hit on earlier, but I wanted to make sure that we really drive point as home, is that Dialpad whether it's the hosted, the UCaaS, or the CCaaS, it's really, you go into Dialpad. You're not having to go to like 27 different screens to try to make something work. And it's the same thing. We like to think of Tablescape as, okay, I have a desktop app. If you still want an old school phone on your desk, you have that capability as well as have a mobile app. And it's not like, oh, you want a mobile app? Well, we need to upgrade that because it comes as kind of one solution. I mean, there's definitely different levels to the solution, but it's not like you're without those options available for you.
And you're right. And that's not the only, right? We have different omni-channel offerings, right? With WhatsApp, you're on your phone, you can get those messages from your phone to your computer. And like you said, there's probably just so many, which I'll be happy to send more information if people are interested to look into that and talk about it. But truly easy. I mean, if you think of a word, and the most simple word is, it's easy. I know this myself. We use it internally. I've been in the industry for a long time, and it makes my workflow faster. I can't believe how fast and efficient I can move around. But in order to truly understand what Dialpad offers, you have to see it in live action. I would definitely suggest a demo. It's worth time. You can play around with it and you'll be able to see everything that we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we finish out this episode of Tech and Tequila, one of the things I did want to cover is that, obviously you are the RVP for the channel. So as a partner or someone who's working in the channel, or let's say an MSP or someone of that nature, what is the best way to work with Dialpad?
I'm really glad you asked that, right? Because I am channel focused, particularly with Avant and Bridgepoint. And so it's like, how do you work with the channel? Are we easy to work with the channel? And that question is absolutely. As you get a hold of them, it's my job to make sure that they're up to date with all of our latest information. But you should know that as a channel partner, we offer lifetime margins, general sales incentives, and that's across our entire portfolio, right? That's not just for certain or specific products. We have amazing training enablement, and that includes courses to help you sell, and they're designed to help you drive demand. Right. So they're not just your basic, oh, this is UCaaS. Oh, this is CCaaS. We're actually doing that. And from day one, you're going to get dedicated customer support to ensure your customer success. And those all come from our specialty teams, right? The secret sauce with Dialpad is that AI is in every product we have. And I know that I've mentioned that. And it is the world's most advanced AI collaboration portfolio, right? And as a channel partner, being able to say that you have something like this to offer, I would hope would make everyone jump.
Yes, absolutely. And I was going to say last but not least, you're not out here on your own. So like you said earlier, one of the biggest things to really see what differentiates Dialpad from anything else is setup and scheduling a demo. So, that's whether you're a partner or whether you're a partner that already sells it, is get your customer to see it, because seeing is believing. We all know that. So, Celeste, I want to thank you for coming on today. This has been a great conversation. I really I love seeing how Dialpad is innovating the way businesses communicate. So before we wrap up, where is the best place for the listeners to get in touch with yourself or to find more information about Dialpad?
Well, specifically in the channel, if you're a partner, then I would reach out to your regional channel manager. And if you don't know who that is, you are always welcome to contact me and I can point you in the right direction. I'm at celeste.labrie@dialpad.com. I look forward to y'all reaching me out. I can put you in any direction that you need to go. Also, I would get on the Dialpad website. Our platform is not the only intuitive piece of thing we have. You will see, it will direct you, it'll show you customer stories, resources, and any questions you may have. So, and always the number one place to go is if you are a customer looking for a partner, I encourage you to reach out to Kat. I've been working with for a long time and I appreciate our working relationship, and we always do our best to stay on top of it and make sure you're taken care of.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I promise I did not pay her to say that, but awesome. And thank you again, Celeste. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed today's episodes, don't forget, subscribe, leave a review, all good ones. And of course, pour yourself a glass of tequila and celebrate another day of Tech Talk. Cheers. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Tech and Tequila. I hope you enjoyed our conversation today. To stay updated about all things tech and more, don't forget to visit us at our website, shelbyts.com. If you loved what you heard, remember to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our podcast. Your 5-star ratings and reviews mean the world to us and help us to reach more listeners just like you. So muchas gracias again for joining us with Tech and Tequila. Thank you so much. You learned a lot about tech, and maybe you had a nice drink of tequila.